Thank you so much. So welcome everyone to Tapping Tuesdays. I know some of you who are on here now don't know what tapping is. So for my first broadcast, I'm going to come on every single Tuesday at 12 o'clock. And for my first broadcast, I'm going to explain what tapping is and EFT. Okay. So EFT is a tapping tool, right? A tool for stress management. And when you're tapping on your acupressure points, serotonin, which is the feel-good hormone, is released into your body, and the cortisol, which is the stress hormone, is lessened. So when we tap on these points, a neurochemical relaxation response is activated, and it can help with reducing pain. It can slow your breathing and your heart rate down. It can decrease anxiety and regulate your nervous system and create a sense of calm. And who doesn't need to be calm in these days? It can even desensitize traumatic experiences as well. And so I use EFT every day, and I use it with my clients, and it is a godsend. So I'm going to show you in a bit how to tap. And just like you can't be faithful and fearful at the same time, you can't hold that in one place at one time. You also can't hold relaxation and anxiety. They're also incompatible. So while you're tapping on your acupressure points, and one of your acupressure points is right here, and we call this the karate chop point. So while you're tapping on this point, the negative feelings that you're experiencing will be replaced with a sense of calm and help to dissipate the anxious feelings that you have, right? So let me go around and I'll show you what the tapping points are. So we have all these points all over our bodies, but we're only going to use the ones from the top of our heads, and the lowest is right below our armpit. Thank you, Kimberly. But hey, how you doing? Good to see you. um, so your karate chop point, right? So you're tapping, and we're just going to tap right now. A little bit later, I'll get some of you to ask to tap about something important to you. So this is one karate chop point. The next one is inside eyebrow. So right where your eyebrow is, inside eyebrow. Just tap on it. Outside eyebrow, right? Just tap. And it doesn't matter what hand you use. You can use either one or both. Under the eye. I hope you're tapping with me. Tap. Under the nose. Tap. Your chin. Right underneath your lip is another tapping point. Right under your collarbone, that big bone that's here, tap there. Or you can use both hands. Good. I'm glad you're tapping, Joyce. And then under the arm. For women, it's where the bra strap is. And these are the only tapping points that you need to use, but of course you can use them all over your body. So once again, karate chop point, inside eyebrow, outside eyebrow, underneath the eye, underneath the nose, the chin, underneath the collarbone, and underneath the arm. Okay, and so that is basically what tapping is. Now, if you were tapping with me, you might have found that you feel a sense of peace already, because that serotonin is, being pushed into your body, and you should be feeling peaceful. If you do feel peaceful or relaxed, type it in. I want to know. Okay, so our topic today is how to deal with annoying friends who complain all the time. Right? So my EFT mentor, Sherry Rice Smith, she is the author of EFT for Christians, and it's a devotional book, the one that I'm dealing with today. And she calls her title, her chapter, Annoying People. So how many of you have annoying friends in your life who just call you to complain? They don't want to hear what you have to say, but they just call you to complain. If so, yes, I see Damina. Absolutely. We all have those people. And in fact, if we're honest, we may be some of those annoying friends. But today, we're just going to pretend that we're not the annoying friends and that it's someone else calling us. So while you listen to your friends and they have all these problems, good. I'm glad you guys feel relaxed. The friend is calling to say, oh, I have all these problems. Let me list the litany of problems that I have. Now, my friend Sherry says she doesn't allow people to just call her anymore to complain about whatever without asking them to tap with her. So while people are complaining, my son drove the car and he hit a deer and I can't believe he wasn't supposed to have the car. They're tapping around, tapping around, tapping around. And she's asking them, are you tapping? And also Sherry is tapping herself. So when we're tapping, when someone is complaining or raising our anxiety level, because you know how we, get caught up in our friends' complaints, what you're doing is two things. You're protecting yourself from picking up their energy and their negativity, right? Because those of us who are empaths, we know that we can easily take on other people's energies, right? So while we're tapping and they're tapping, we're like, she says that we all need to be Teflon friends and not Velcro friends, right? So we're protecting ourselves, but also what's happening for that person who's tapping, saying, oh, my husband, oh, my daughter, oh, my pastor, oh, da, 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 da. They're also bringing down their anxiety level. And it is amazing, amazing, amazing to see how quickly it is brought down. So if anyone has a complaint or an anxiety, type it in and we're all going to tap together on it, okay? Remember that EFT tapping, emotional freedom techniques, has borrowed benefits. So while I'm tapping with someone on one subject, you could be tapping on a totally different subject at the same time, and your anxiety level is going to go down. Damina, yes, tapping has worked for me. Good, good. I'm glad. Testimony, testify, because it has been a life changer. It doesn't make you forget, right, the experience that you've been through, but it does bring down the emotional charge that you have, so then you can go forward and go out and your perspective changes. So you'll get someone saying, I'm really afraid of getting up in front of that crowd. And the more they tap, it's like, oh, that's not such a big deal. Oh, I think I can do it. And then by the end, they're like, let me at it. I'm going to do it. So this is what we need in our lives so we can continue to just be, just calm and able to go into any situation fearless. Does anyone have anything that they want to tap on? An anxiety, a complaint, like I said before, your son drove your car and got into an accident, or I don't like this person at work. Anything, just type it in so we could tap around. If not, I'll choose something. Okay, so again, you're telling them to tap with you, and you're tapping on some type of complaint. So what we'll do is, for instance, let's say, and I'm not even getting into the technical piece this week. Next week, we'll go into more. But right now, we're just, okay, for instance, I hate getting up in the morning, right? I cannot get up in the morning. Tap on your karate chop point. I cannot get up in the morning. I just can't get out of this bed this morning. You're tapping on the negative. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't get out of the bed. I really just cannot get out of the bed. Tapping around, tapping around. I can't get out of the bed. Just on the negative today. Top of the head. I probably forgot that. That's a good point for me. Can't get out of the bed. I just can't get out of the bed. And tap, tap. Okay, I see grandson's behavior. Okay. And tap. And you will find that outside of a few minutes or less, you will be able to get out of the bed. Again, because the stress of you feeling like I just can't get up is being bombarded with serotonin, right? And so this is how you can deal with your friend who calls you and just wants to complain, right? And we do need to complain to our friends, and we want to help our friends. That's what we're here for. But to be able to say, let's talk, but let's tap at the same time, you're able to just help your friend, but also help you not take on all of what they are, putting out. Joy says grandson's behavior. So let's just tap on that. I'm not even going to go into the affirmation of even though right now, but my grandson's behavior. I don't know what I'm going to do about his behavior. He's not acting right. He's acting up in school. I just don't know what I'm going to do about his behavior. What if he gets kicked out of school? I don't know what the issues are, but we're just tapping in general. He's acting out. He's not playing well with his brothers or sisters. He left the house by himself. And remember, we're just tapping around and letting that serotonin infiltrate and push into that cortisol, right? God gave us these bodies, and they are magnificent bodies, and we're just blessed to be able to have a tool like this. So, Joyce, if you're tapping with me, is it going down? We usually use a scale, 0 to 10, 10 being highest. How stressed out are you about your grandson's behavior? And if it goes down from a 10 to an 8, and then you tap some more and it'll go down to a 3, and you'll tap some more and it'll go down to a 2, and then by the time it's at a 1 or a 0, you're like, not too stressed out about it. I can handle it. So this is how tapping works. So I encourage each and every one of you to just tap around. You don't have to know what you're doing, right? Joyce says, yes, it went down. And quite frankly, if all of us are tapping with you, our anxiety went down too. If you feel like you're tired, that just means that your body is calming down. In this day and age, we don't know how to relax. We don't know what our real bodies feel like when we're relaxed. And so you might feel tired until you get to understand that your body likes to be relaxed. Again, my husband, and I've told this story before because I think it's so funny. I was tapping with him on his knee pain, and I believe it was like at a 9, and then it went down to a 6, and then it went down to a 4. And he said, "Okay, I'm good." And I said, "No, you're not good. It's still at a 4. Don't you want to like get rid of the knee pain?" He's like, "Oh, I'm feeling woozy." And I said, "No, you're not feeling woozy, honey. That's what calm feels like, right?" So he said, "Well, I don't want to feel calm anymore." So he walked away from it with a pain in the knee at a 4, and that was good for him. So just remember that you can use this as a tool. I'll be here every Tuesday at 12 o'clock tapping with you. And if you have any specific events that you want to tap on, please remember to just type it on the side. Don't forget to share. And next week, Natasha Nurse from Dressing Room 8 is going to be interviewing me on her show, but I'm going to do it on my show too because it's at 12 o'clock. So remember, Ephesians 4:2 says, be completely humble and gentle, be patient, bearing with one another in love. Tapping can help you do just that. Can help you be available for people. but not take on their stuff. So thanks again to Sherry Rice Smith and her partners for the EFT for Christians 52 tapping devotions. I hope you have a blessed, 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 blessed day, and take care of yourselves. Bye-bye now.